Live the life of your dreams. When you start living the life of your dreams, there will be obstacles, doubters, mistakes, and setbacks along the way. But with hard work and perseverance and self belief, there is no limit to what you can achieve. Roy T. Bennett. Lesson 2: Encountering Obstacles. Most of us have heard that in life a little rain must fall. And the occasions in which we hear this is usually when we have encountered an obstacle or setback. The phrase is comforting in a sense because it reminds you that everyone suffers setbacks, that everyone encounters obstacles. The Roy T. Bennett quote even tells us that when you really start living for yourself, obstacles are inevitable. Everyone must face their share of obstacles. The difference, however, between the people living and the people just existing is understanding and getting past the first real obstacle. And that first obstacle is you. A vast majority of people are hindering their own progress in some form or another. Some don't believe in themselves, others are too overconfident to see themselves clearly, and some are constantly coming up with reasons why they can't instead of why they can. All of those people are in their own way. They cannot see that they are struggling to get past the first obstacle that all people encounter on the road to success, peace, dream fulfillment, and living instead of just existing. You are the first, and in my experience, the most serious obstacle that you will ever face. The doubts, the past, the circumstances, the demotivation surrounding you has shaded you in some way, shape, or form, and you've allowed these things to entrap you. We say things like, well, Oprah is different, or I didn't go to college, or I don't have the money. We use excuses to continually stop ourselves from taking the class, starting the business, or asking the person out. In essence, we make excuses to stop living and to just exist. It's not the excuses that are holding us back, it's ourselves. We become the villain up against the heroic version of ourselves, and we allow the villain to win over and over. And the hero within us grows weaker and retreats from battle faster, all because we can't get past ourselves as an obstacle in life. So how do you overcome yourself as an obstacle? How do you begin to weaken the villain inside? First, you must take away the excuses and accept that you control your own journey. Not where you grew up, not where or if you went to college, and not the money that you do or don't have. It is all you. And if you haven't begun, it's because you haven't chosen to. Plain and simple. Secondly, stop making excuses and start taking action. I have become an expert at breaking down my excuses. I work daily to not let me be an obstacle anymore because I realize that whatever you want, you can have if you're willing to put in the work to overcome the obstacles that you will face. We all face obstacles. They are inevitable, but they are not infinite. We all must encounter obstacles, and all obstacles can be overcome. An obstacle is defined as something that stands in the way of or holds up progress. Notice it doesn't say to stop or eliminate progress. Thus, all obstacles can be overcome. I'm sure some of you will disagree with me on this point. You are entitled to your opinion. However, I must ask those of you who do disagree, why? Why do you think obstacles cannot be overcome? Why do you argue with the definition of the word itself? Could it be because you have encountered an obstacle you couldn't overcome? I'm sure those of you who disagree are shaking your head. Yes, I've encountered an obstacle that couldn't be overcome. Did you really though? Or did you just let the obstacle overcome you? Obstacles are not infinite, yet they defeat people every day. And the only reason that I have found over the years for this is because people stop trying. They gave up and allowed the obstacle to stop them. There is a way over, around, under, or through every obstacle. It is by definition that way. So once you understand this, you understand that an obstacle is little more than a lesson that you need to learn to keep you on your journey. Think on that for just a minute. Obstacles are lessons you need to learn to keep you on your journey. We can even apply this to the first point, that you are your first obstacle/lesson. Before you can live the dream, you have to first learn to trust yourself to dream it, to start believing in it, and then to ultimately achieve it. Overcoming your fears, circumstance, self-doubt, and a list of excuses is the first lesson you needed in getting started on the path toward the dreams you have for yourself. These obstacles or lessons in life are designed to teach us as we go. And as we learn, we get better at working with obstacles. We learn from them quicker, overcome them faster, and as time goes by, we can avoid them completely. So now I want to redefine the word obstacle to this. An obstacle is something that stands in the way of or holds up progress so that a valuable lesson can be learned.